Kendall, look, just ride this mess out a little bit longer, all right? The case is in the bag, don't worry.
Yeah, it better be. If this case goes bye-bye, then the truth will stay hidden.
Mrs. Cambias, are you confident of an acquittal, even though rumor has it you won't be testifying?
My attorney and I have both agreed that my case is strong enough without my testimony.
Some people will consider your refusal to testify proof of your guilt. Polls show that 64% of the public thinks you're guilty of murder. Don't you want to tell your side of the story?
Hey, just back off with your pointy friend there already. Kendall doesn't have to talk to you, the jury, or anyone else for that matter.
Greenlee, will you please excuse us,
Mrs. Dupre, why so vehement? As a former business partner, do you think Mrs. Cambias has something to hide?
What? I never said that.
Is there a secret behind the denials? What does Mrs. Dupre know that the public doesn't? Mrs. Cambias, why won't you tell the court in your own words that you're not guilty?
I will. I'll take the stand. You'll see, and everyone else will see that I've got nothing to hide.
Thank you, Mrs. Cambias. I'm Maria Chambers with a courtroom exclusive for VH1 satellite radio, only on XM.
You are a lying bitch. Why did I say you were innocent? You promised Ryan that you would leave me alone, then you turn around and you set me up.
Thanks, I defended you.
No, you slammed me into the witness stand, so now I have to testify.
Oh, so Greenlee digs into a nasty bag of tricks, huh?
Tell me you did not just tell that reporter that you were going to take the stand?
I didn't have a choice.
Oh, so you lied to the public because there is no way in hell you're going to testify. I am going to rest my case, and we're going to pray.
Oh, and who cares if the world thinks the worst of me?
Well, take your choice. Freedom, fan club. And the fan club you're going to get in prison? Ooh, I don't think you're like it.
No, Olivia, when the foreman says not guilty, I still have to live in Pine Valley. Do you think I want to be known as the money-grubbing black widow who got away with murder? No, I'm engaged. Olivia, I'm engaged. My fiancé does not deserve that kind of baggage.
Well, he should have thought about that before he slipped this ring on your finger, which needs to come off.
No, it belongs here.
Oh, so you want the jury to think you've got your next victim lined up?
Fine. Fine, I'll cave on the ring, but I'm going to testify. It's my life, my call.
Fine. Just remind me to never represent you again.
All rise.
You know what? I hope Kendall does take the stand. Let our champion, Ryan, listen as she explains how she married Satan and is going to pop out Rosemary's baby. That'll be just the kick in the head he needs. Well.
Your Honor, Fred Lomax is crucial to our case.
Well, then, you should have worked harder to get him here, Mr. Singer.
Just a little while longer?
Oh, that sounded suspiciously like a wine counselor.
Your Honor, we have made more than a good faith effort to locate this witness. We are that much closer to locating Fred Lomax.
Prosecution's request for continuance denied.
But, Your Honor...
Oh, don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Singer.
We have no more witnesses then, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Nicely done, Mr. Singer. Ms. Fry.
The defense calls Kendall Hart Cambias.
Sweet Lord of mercy, she is as loco as Mr. Friendly.
What the hell does she think she's doing?
Raise your right hand. Left hand on the Bible. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give to this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mrs. Cambias, please tell the court, how did you feel about your husband, the late Michael Cambias?
I hated him.
Those are strong words for a man you married. Why did you hate him?
Michael wasn't like you or me. Most people go their whole lives without meeting a man like Michael. He was evil. He was a predator. The courts couldn't put him away, but we all know what he was.
I'm sure you know what my next question will be. The question that's on everyone's mind here in this courtroom today. Then why did you marry him?
I did it to save my sister.
Mrs. Cambias, how could marrying your sister's rapist save her?
Michael followed Bianca. He frightened her. He gloated when the courts let him off. And she was so broken after what he did to her, so fragile. I had to stop him no matter what.
How did you manage that?
I made a deal with the devil.
How so?
I agreed to marry Michael Cambius.
It was his suggestion.
Yeah, he loved the idea. He said to own a Kane woman would be a complete vindication. And he knew it would make me a pariah. He liked that, too.
What did you get out of the marriage?
I wanted to get back what he stole from us. Our companies, I mean. No one can get back what he stole from my sister. And so he promised me that he would leave town and never bother Bianca again.
If he planned to leave town, why didn't he simply go?
He thought that if he left town, it would mean that he lost. Part of the deal was I had to send him money, which I could only do as his wife. He liked the irony of me making his lifestyle possible. By marrying me, he got to degrade us all over again. That's who Michael was.
Mrs. Cambius, when was the last time you spoke with your husband?
He called me about a week before his body was discovered. He told me to buy the meatpacking plant. So I was just as surprised as anyone when they found him there, dead.
Your Honor, I'd like to present Defense Exhibit 14, phone records from the cell phone registered to Michael Cambius to the cell phone registered to Mrs. Cambius, which occurred after the date the ME declared his time of death. Mrs. Cambius, did you speak with your husband on the dates recorded on this record?
Yes. The police must have the time of death wrong. I spoke to Michael. I remember every vile word.
Mrs. Cambius, did you plan to become pregnant?
No. No, never. I would never have even slept with him if it hadn't been one of his demands. It only happened once. But it completed the humiliation.
Mrs. Cambius, you previously stated that you did it to cash in on the Cambius estate, to provide an heir.
Well, I wasn't under oath then, and I was too embarrassed to tell the truth. I tried not to think about it, actually.
But you did have a previous intimate relationship with Mr. Cambius, did you not?
Yes, but that was before he hurt my sister. After that, I couldn't even bear to be in the same room as him.
Some people might ask why you would even keep this child.
Michael Cambius's child is not Michael Cambius. Nothing that Michael did can ever touch this baby. No blame, no guilt. This child is new and pure and perfect. I could no more terminate this child than I could take my own life. I am this child. I am the child of a rapist. And I promise you, I swear to you, no matter what, this baby will be loved.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
We'll take a short recess before People's Cross. You may step down.
All rise.
Palmer says he didn't want to mingle with the hoi polloi, so he sent me over. He says to tell you a way to kick fanny girls.
In those exact words? It's very powerful, Kendall.
And brave. Not as brave as some.
That damn Fred Lomax, where the hell is he? We were this close.
We can still pull this out, Alan.
Justin, did you happen to get a look at the jury?
This one juror, I think it was a guy. He had a tear in his eye, I swear.
just like I promised? You're gonna be able to keep that ring on your finger.
I feel like it could actually happen now, Ryan. I feel like we have a chance.